So, welcome to Chitterbug. Finally, a episode which is not going to be age restricted.
Yeah.
And hopefully the audio will be functioning properly this time. Otherwise, I'm going to have to take that OBS out back.
And shoot it?
Oh, something's gotta happen to OBS out back. I might hit it with a shovel.
I'll give you my comically oversized mallet.
Thank you. Of course, I am Mantis.
I'm Motts.
And Chitterbug, if you didn't see the first video, that's alright. It's a conversational podcast that we're going to be occasionally doing.
Yeah, for funs.
Yeah. This time, we actually have a more generalized theme of talking about games that we've actually been playing off of the channel.
Yeah, believe it or not, we do that quite a bit, actually.
yes, we do actually do that quite a bit. Motts, why don't you actually start us off with some of the stuff you've been playing? Because you've actually played some much more unique games.
I have. The games that I've been playing recently have been two indie games that I finished the current stuff that they have available for, which is Scarlet Hollow. Actually, you have it up there. Could you click it so I can see who did Scarlet Hollow? Scarlet Hollow is an indie game by Black Tabby Games. It is a horror visual novel game, RPG. It's there's only 4 chapters currently available.
You also don't get too many visual novel RPGs out there.
No. Well, okay, it's not in RPG
it has RPG elements.
Yeah, you don't grind or anything. It's similar to a visual novel where you get to an RPG where you get to choose what you're saying, and what you're saying affects what happens in the story.
Yeah.
I am constantly impressed by it. Both from a RPG standpoint / visual novel standpoint, where you can the choices you make continue to impact things later. You could say that you have a peanut allergy very early on, and that will continue to be brought up, depending on, the situations you're in, what you can and can't eat, and stuff like that.
Do you get the option to, if you say you have a peanut allergy, eat something peanut-related anyway and go into anaphylactic shock?
I never ate something that had peanuts in it, so something I should try to do. Just to see if I go into anaphylactic shock out of pure curiosity that they programmed that in. You can die in this game, so...
You get an early game over because you ate a PB&J.
Yes. Which is ironically, one of the few things that you're able to eat early on is, you're basically... The plot of Scarlet Hollow is that you're going to a aunt's funeral in this old, town that's, in the middle of, kind of nowhere, that your family has a deep, strong history with.
Kind of Night in the Woods-esque. You're kind of middle of nowhere, kind of... Yeah, at least from the vibes I've gotten.
If Night in the Woods was way more of a horror title...
If Night in the Woods went a bit harder than horror...
Because Night in the Woods is much more slice of life. Totally recommend that game, too, if you've not played it. But Scarlet Hollow, you're going to attend a funeral. And there's a week until the funeral gets there. You start on essentially, Monday or whatever day you get in. And you're gonna wait a week. The end of the week is the funeral. However,
you have to survive till the funeral.
You have to survive until the funeral, yes, because supernatural shit's going on. But you're being, held in, your old family mansion, because, again, your family has your last name is Scarlet, and that's the name of the town is Scarlet Hollow.
Yeah.
Your family is a founding family of this town, and your family has a very deep and troubled history with both the town and its supernatural elements. Maybe a little Gravity Falls, but if Gravity Falls went way, way darker. And you were the Northwest, and anyway, you're staying with your cousin Tabitha, and the only thing that she's bought for you to eat is a shit ton of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Well, bread, peanut butter, and jelly, and that's all you're allowed to eat. And all that she eats, funny enough, is fucking macaroni and cheese and ice cream, which you are not allowed to touch. Either the mac and cheese or the ice cream. That's a hard rule.
Is she okay?
No. No, she is not.
To be fair, from what I have seen of the game over Motts' shoulder, no one in this town is okay.
No one in this town is okay. Everyone's a little something. Except maybe Kanika.
Well, that's...
But her mom's a witch, so, you know,
well, you see,
she's got her own trouble.
Kanika's whole problem is that she's the only normal person.
She's the only normal person here! She is absolutely the only rational person in, like, you know, the team and, you know. I mean, maybe Avery, but they are not from the town. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm very excited because, like, this game is really freaking good. It has constantly impressed me with its way it works, its RPG elements, the fact that, like, you can pick 2 traits early on in the game that affect how you're able to play it, and you can give yourself, like, some supernatural stuff, or you can give yourself, like, you're really, like, a smooth talker, you're very athletic. I picked that I was psychic and that I could talk to animals. And let me just say, talking to animals is the best thing I've ever done. I love it so freaking much. Yes.
Requirement.
I think that's probably going to be a staple for me anytime I replay the game.
If you play this game, you have to play the talk to animals.
At least do it once. At least do it once. You will not regret it. Especially because some of the things in this game regarding animals, I won't say what, it will be very fun.
It's kind of like if you've ever cast the Speak with Animals spell in Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
You get some fun interactions.
I mean, you also get some spooks because, like, early on in the game, and this is, like, literally in the beginning, like, chapter 1. Like, early on in the game, like, you'll encounter, like, some fucked up animals, like, that have, like, they've got, like, tumors in their face. Yeah, I want to say exactly what it is.
If you have, like, if you open the game on Steam and watch the little trailer
it'll be in there.
Plays, you'll see what Motts is referring to, because I looked over and saw it.
Yeah. You'll end up hearing the animals, like, you know, groaning and saying, "Go away, get out of here, I'm in pain," and talking about death and rot and shit like that. So it's not just funny shit.
Lovely.
It's not just funny shit that'll, you know, getting the talk with animals thing will give you. It'll also give you some scares, too. There's, like, so you've got this town, it's full of supernatural creatures and shit like that, and you're having to deal with all sorts of, like, different mythologies. And I'm not sure if they're pulling from actual mythology, because not too much that I ended up recognizing, or if it's its own, like, legends. It's made its own, like, mythology.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I love it, though. And the other thing that, like, surprised me and impressed me is, for a visual novel, the amount of artwork that's been done. There's actually, like, there are repeated stills, but they're actually less than you think. There's a lot of unique, like, posing and a lot of unique framing in, like, it almost feels like it should be coming from, like, a way bigger studio with the amount of art that goes into it. It's just incredible. Black Tabby Games, like, you're insane for that. Can I just say that? You really do feel like you're actually going places and you're actually doing things due to the framing of each sequence and how people move in the sequence. Or, you know, the, like, feeling of movement, as they are still frames. But they are, like, they are more unique still frames than you would think, especially for a visual novel game. You're usually used to there being at least 10, right? We're talking way more, if not, and, like, also framing them within, like, the actual shots themselves. Like, you'll see characters, like, there's only one, like, frame of this character leaning against something, but it's for this sequence, and it's important that they feel like they are real in the environment, and it's very unique. And each chapter's pretty long, I'd like to say, too. So you're getting a nice, delicious, chunk of the game each one you play, and I'm very excited for whenever, Chapter 5 gets released.
They have made a grand total of 2 games.
2 games?
Yes. Scarlet Hollow and Slay the Princess.
They did Slay the Princess?
Yes.
That one is huge!
Yes.
That is a fucking... People love that game. I haven't played it or anything yet, but
I have seen that game. Wow. Is all I can really say.
That is impressive.
It is one of those, you have to experience it.
Yes. Please, give them... if you're loving Slay the Princess, give Scarlet Hollow a shot. You won't regret it. It's really good. It's got that horror shit. It's
psychological horror,
real horror. It's so good. And if you want, that pretty artwork, oh my gosh.
Oh, hi, Octavia. You've brought
your
mouse to Chitterbug.
You've brought a mouse? Yeah? Oh, I still need to draw you that Octavia.
Yes. If you can.
Yeah, little Octavia rattle ASMR. She's like, that was a pathetic throw.
Well, Octavia, there's a wall outside the door, so...
Yeah, sorry, sweetie.
There's not really much it can go. Welcome to Hallways, Octavia.
Yes. Anyway, they're... And the characters that you meet are all great. I love them. I romanced Stella. It had nothing to do at all with her having a dog and me being able to talk to animals. Okay, I actually do really like Stella. That was definitely a bonus, though, that I got to talk to Gretchen, and she's a sweetheart. But I really like Stella. She's very fun.
Gretchen is Stella's dog.
Yeah, Gretchen is Stella's dog.
Just in case you are not aware.
She's this cute, sweet little old pug that speaks in a Southern Belle accent. And yeah, you can romance a lot of the characters in there. So, I haven't seen any of the other romance routes, but
yeah,
it's really cool. And there's Kanika, she's great. She's this rational, everything has to have an answer, a reason, a scientific reason for things, and her mom's a witch.
Yeah.
Straight up. It's very funny to me. Avery, they are a newcomer to town. They're really chill. You get some, they're, in the middle. Stella, I didn't even mention, Stella's kind of... She's very outgoing, but she's a YouTuber.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's actually a cryptid hunter. She hunts ghosts, cryptids, she's kind of the inciting incident a little bit because, or at least from what I gathered, I don't know if, there's other routes you can take there, but, she's I was gonna do a cryptid hunt for, I think, skunk ape. Do you want to come with? And then, you go with her, and that's when, shit goes wrong. For all I know, there's other ways you can do that. I probably should try those. But, at least one route, she is the inciting incident in. You going out to the cryptid hunting, you find these little critters, and someone might die. Maybe. Maybe.
The risk of death is ever present.
There's actually, the very beginning of the game tells you that you cannot save everyone.
Yes. That also is literally the second line of its description on Steam.
Yes.
And I quote, "Return to the crumbling coal town your family built generations ago for the funeral of your aunt. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself."
I'm not sure I will not die at the end of this game.
You have already died, so...
Yes.
You did mention that you had died already.
I did die once.
So, whether or not you can escape the town is definitely a good question.
Yes. So, yes. It's really good, though. And, I don't know, I want to gush about it, but I don't want, to give everything away. You should definitely, if this at all intrigues you, at least give it a look on its Steam page. Check it out. I don't know if there's a demo. If there's a demo, at least try the demo. Try the demo for me. If there's not, like, really, give it a shot. At least look at its page, look at its trailer, see if it, like, appeals to you at all. It's really good. Will it change your mind if I tell you there's an opossum named Dustin that lives in your drawer? Can I bait you with an opossum?
So it looks like there is not a demo. At least I don't see a demo listed.
Shoot. Well, still, even if there's no demo, give it a shot. Like, seriously, if it intrigues you at all, give it a shot.
Yeah. I know you've definitely been pestering me to play it, so...
I would love to convince Mantis to play this game. It's very good.
I may have to play it to at least experience what it's like, and probably pick some of the just complete other options other than Motts did, just to see what they are.
Yeah.
Even if that means that miss out on some of the stuff that like being a psychic and being like someone that can talk to animals definitely have some pretty interesting interactions.
Oh, definitely.
I'm sure all of them have interesting interactions, but psychic gives you definitely lore stuff.
Yeah.
And talking to animals is like you talk to animals, so Animals have good vibes on, good vibe reading on people, so...
Yeah. That's very true.
Like, there's legitimately someone that you've been going back and forth on, whether or not to trust them.
Yeah.
Because, like, Gretchen doesn't like them.
Yes. Very much so.
I don't want to, obviously,
give
any spoilers on who it is, but it's just, the dog doesn't like them, and dogs are known for being good at reading people.
Yes. Gretchen doesn't like the mayor, and she ended up being very correct about that.
Interesting.
I laugh maniacally.
I actually don't know what in particular that is in reference to. I do know of the mayor. But I didn't see enough of Motts playing to actually know why Gretchen doesn't like the mayor. Other than presumably that Gretchen didn't vote for them.
Gretchen didn't vote for them, no. I didn't vote you in.
Gretchen, you're a dog. I didn't vote.
I didn't vote. I will also say, like, the choices that you end up having to make are some pretty difficult ones. One that I actually, like, kind of sat and kind of thought about for a while after I did it, which was, I think, Chapter 3's big decision. And Chapter 4, holy shit, I don't know whether or not anything I did was a good idea or a bad idea at all. And...
You probably condemned someone to death.
Probably.
At least one someone.
At least one someone is probably going to die due to my shitty-ass decisions, and I don't know if there are better decisions, honestly.
Probably not, given that, again, the second line of the description literally says that you can't save everyone.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised if one of the chapters is literally like, yeah... Make this decision, kill this person, or make this decision and kill this person.
Yeah.
You have to pick one of the two.
Yeah. But yeah.
And those are always, like, fun, because then you have to just kind of chew on, do you make, like, the choice that is the more morally good? Do you make the one that is best for, like, the community?
Yeah.
Or do you make, like, a choice that fits best to your character?
Yeah.
Because, like, regardless, you have to deal with the consequences. I suppose you could just never play the game again, but...
but yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
And if that's the kind of thing you like, try it.
Yeah.
Trust me. What about you?
I've obviously had a number of games that I was playing, some of which I have played on the channel, such as, like, I started a new RimWorld game, and I'd been playing, like, XCOM 2 again, this time with mods.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to take a moment to talk about a game that the two of us have been playing.
Yeah.
And you've certainly heard of it. It's
Lethal
Company. Now, I would like to preface this by saying that I am really bad at Lethal Company, but also, Motts and I play completely by ourselves.
Yes.
We play in solo, and solo is quite the terrifying experience.
I'm hoping to play with friends at some point if they get the game, but
Yeah.
we've been playing solo. It's been fun though.
It has been fun.
I enjoyed myself quite a bit.
There's a lot of very entertaining things that you get up to, especially when, you're trying to get away from horrible monsters and whatnot. And it's always a blast watching other people play it, just the crazy stuff that happens to them. And of course everyone is going to have a dozen terrible death stories.
You'll walk away with a story guaranteed.
Yeah, and I'm gonna also preface this, Motts is much better at the game than I am.
I'm a little bit more experienced, to be fair. I've played the game a little bit more than you.
Yeah, but
yeah.
You actually did get to go to the premium moons.
I did get to go to Rend, I think.
I think it was Rend.
I think so. It's the lowest one. It's the $500 one, whichever that one was. String of Lights McGee, and it was stormy the whole fucking time. I hated it.
Yeah, it was just stormy and stormy and stormy. Then you came back and it was stormy and stormy, and then it was clear.
One day.
And then you didn't make quota.
Yeah, by $20.
Yeah.
It sucked.
It really sucked. I was there. It was kind of funny. It was do we go back in and get murdered?
And then a mimic was walking into the ship.
Yeah,
and I was nope, out, goodbye,
literally
outie,
one
bye.
of the mask mimics is just walking straight over. Well,
fuck that shit.
Our options are die
or
die.
Yeah. I'd rather go out almost hitting quota than not even getting off fucking planet.
And of course, if you did, I don't know if that magic 120% buying rate that is referenced in the logs is real, that is an actual mechanic in the game, or not.
Yeah.
Because if it did happen, you would have made quota.
I would have, yeah.
Because you were that close.
That close. This close.
But that aside,
yeah.
A lot of my early experience with the game was dying on experimentation to that stupid worm. Because I'd run, from, I'd run towards the ship.
Yeah.
And then the worm would pop out and kill me. And I had no idea what was going on. I eventually figured out that there is a tell for the worm. Right before it will murder you.
The rumbling of the ground?
Well, the ground will rumble and some rocks will start spewing upward. If you see that, drop all of your crap and run.
Okay. I didn't know you could outrun it.
Yeah, if you actually don't have anything in your inventory, you can definitely outrun the worm.
Oh, interesting.
I have outran the worm, but only because I was actually running towards the facility at the time.
Wow,
so
it popped up that early? Oh, wait, no, you were probably going back.
Yeah, I was going back to get some more stuff.
That makes more sense, yeah.
Let me tell you that nothing will quite beat the ridiculousness of opening a door, seeing a crate of bottles, going, oh, hey, bottles, and then directly above the bottles is a turret pointed straight at the door. And so, open door, oh, hey, bottles. Turret goes, ba-ba-ba. Immediately backtrack back out under a hail of gunfire, slam the door shut, go, I really want those bottles, though.
You've had a lot of good luck with turrets, haven't you?
Yes, I have never died to a turret. I have had terrible turret placement. I one time had a turret blocking a doorway. Literally most of the map was behind this turret. I was just well, that freaking sucks. Because you can't deactivate turrets without somebody in the ship or without some piece of equipment. which costs money.
Yeah.
Which I don't have, shockingly. So, like, your only option would be to literally run around the turret.
Yeah.
Because you can move faster than it can rotate.
Yeah.
However, if it starts getting into its firing arc, you need to get behind cover, otherwise it will definitely hit you. Again, still haven't died to one. But to be fair, I also am a bit of a coward when it gets too hard to see. I hate steam vents so much. I hate steam vents so much.
Holy shit. I hate Steam. I hate it. Can't handle it.
Motts, don't say that in front of Steam. Steam will get upset.
I'm sorry, Steam. I hate the other Steam. Different Steam. You understand.
That actually reminded me of the latest, like, Markiplier playing Lethal Company as of the time of this recording. The 27th currently.
Yeah.
He was, like, accusing... was it Wade? He was accusing Wade...
I think he was accusing Wade of cheating.
Of, like, raising his brightness to be able to see and whatnot. The thing is, we actually tried raising our brightness
to be able to
see. It
hard.
just made the screen impossible.
It's actually not easier, so don't do that.
So I have no idea what Mark's monitor must, what its, like, refresh rate must look like. Because it's clearly better than ours.
Yeah. If you don't got a good computer, that ain't gonna help you.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've gotten lost in the dark is just astronomical.
Yeah. I've also
Spray cans. Very helpful.
Yes. I've also seen people be like, hey, like, you can go and just use, like, your little, like, scan flash to be able to navigate.
Yeah.
Which you can.
You can, absolutely.
Somewhat. Again, it kind of depends.
It's not going to save you from everything.
Yeah. Depends on a number of factors.
Yeah.
Including how bright the room you're in is.
Yes. And
I'm not referring to the game.
That's true.
If you're in a very well-lit room, good luck seeing your monitor.
I'll also say the scanner works better in, like, the mansion areas than it does in the facilities.
Whatever bizarre reason.
At least as far as seeing with it. Like, you wouldn't need a flashlight. Like, or you could go without a flashlight. It's way better.
The way that the environment in the, like, mansion is set up, which, again, I haven't actually experienced.
I have.
Because, to get them to spawn on, like, the other planets is, like, a rare chance.
Yeah.
The way that, like, the flash from the scan, like, illuminates things fits a lot better just to the way that the environment is set up in the mansions.
Yeah.
Because, like, when you're in, like, the facility, like, bowels and stuff, everything's largely the same, like, 3 colors.
Yeah.
And, like, there tends to be a lot of space between you and the walls.
Yeah.
So that, like, light actually ends up not reaching enough stuff that you get clear definition, at least for me.
It's helpful. Not saying it's not. But it's not as helpful.
It's more helpful than being blind.
Yes. And it's more helpful in the mansion particularly because of the amount of walls that are around you and the colors. It's easier to navigate rather than gray on gray.
Yeah. Gray on gray and occasionally...
like, blue swiping over the gray on gray.
Yeah. Occasionally pale yellow.
Yes.
Trying to think if I've had any other, like, particularly noteworthy experiences that, like, would be fun to share. I can't think of any at the moment. Like, there's definitely plenty of times, like, especially with, like, the addition of, like, the challenge moons. Like, every Monday is a new moon that everyone gets to experience. And going into one and being like, wow, there's so much loot, because it's, of course, designed for a team of 4.
Yeah.
You're like, how am I going to ever carry all this stuff out? And the thing is, you won't carry all this stuff out. Because the moment you step outside, like, 6 dogs will attack you. Which is an exaggeration. But neither of us, I think, have ever actually gotten anything back to the ship and launched.
No, not yet.
getting back to the ship is already hard enough.
And you're on the challenge moon,
yeah,
right? No,
I think on the last time I played a challenge moon, legitimately, star of the day, there was a dog outside. Not next to the ship, but next to the entrance.
Yeah.
That you have to sneak past. It's doable.
It's doable, yeah. Definitely.
But, like, you then have to cross the thing again holding stuff.
Yes. The challenge moons are fun, but yeah, neither of us have actually ever gotten back to the ship.
Yeah. Also, okay, there was one time, I had a lot of money at the time. It wasn't that much money, relatively speaking. I think it was like $200.
Yeah.
And, like, the jetpack was on sale. So I was like, okay, I'm going to use the jetpack so I can get up to some of those high-up fire doors.
Yeah.
You know, the ones that you need, like, a ladder to get to. So I decided to try and do that. And I had no idea how to operate the jetpack. So when I took off, the first thing I did was flip over and slam into the ground.
Yep.
And then the second time I took off, I kept going up.
Oh, no.
Until I reached the top of the map and died instantly. Needless to say, I lost my jetpack. And I did not make quota.
I've had similar jetpack experiences, but I've never hit the ceiling.
Yeah, you can hit the ceiling. There is a top to the map.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Hit the skybox, you went that high.
To be fair, you are on a moon, so leaving the atmosphere is probably a lot easier than it would be on Earth.
Probably. Oh, dear. The moon does have an atmosphere, though.
Yeah, it does have an atmosphere.
But still.
Oh, you know, there was one time that you were in the mansion.
Mm-hmm.
This is a funny story. And, like, Motts is looking around. We hear, like, a nutcracker walking around. And I'm just like, oh, finally, I really want to see one of these things in person.
Yeah.
And it just walks right on by, passes Motts, doesn't notice it at all, keeps going, we never see the thing again.
Yes.
It just...
That was funny.
marched off to go be elsewhere in the mansion.
Godspeed, soldier, I guess.
And Motts just went about their day.
Do.
Picking up a bunch of random crap.
Yep.
And left.
Yep.
Never saw the thing again.
Never again.
And I'd much rather have more experiences like that than stupid spiders.
Oh, I hate those things.
They're always, like, spawn in the least convenient locations.
Yes.
It's like, oh, well, you need a spider, like, you know, to spawn somewhere. How about, like, right in front of, like, the door?
Yeah.
How about, like, blocking all of the loot?
Yeah.
How about, like, when you're in a corner? Okay, it's gonna spawn right behind you.
Yes.
That happened to me. I literally got cornered by one of these stupid spiders. There was no escape.
That's great. Well, not for you.
Yeah. It was funny.
It was
afterwards. It was very frustrating in the moment. I think I think that might be a good... We both kind of shared about a game. It's been about 30-something minutes. Might cut this one a bit short.
That's alright. We could always do this again another time, too.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of games I can gush about.
We both have plenty of games to talk about, and plenty of experiences in games that we could talk about.
Yes.
Including games we've both played, too. Remarkably.
Yeah.
We sometimes do play the same game.
We do, yeah.
Like, we both play Lethal Company.
Yeah, obviously. There's lots, and like most games that we have, we've played, like, we've both at least played somewhat. Like,
Yeah.
And there's both games that both of us have, that one or the other has played that the other hasn't.
Yes, very much so. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, I hope you enjoy this little chat about silly games.
Yes.
If they interest you at all, please do check them out. Support some indie developers and have some fun.
Yeah. I especially like Scarlet Hollow's, I think, like $25.
I think so.
Which is a bit more expensive, but it has also got 4 chapters out already.
It's got 4 chapters out. The chapters are good lengths. We're not talking about tiny little, like, snippets. They are like a whole ass story, each one.
And you've played through all 4 chapters. Mm-hmm. That took you 10.6 hours.
Yeah.
So, you're at least going to have 8 to 10 hours of content already.
Yeah. And that's if you don't replay any. And that's if you don't replay it at all. I haven't replayed it yet.
Yeah.
There's plenty of different ways, a lot of options to choose from.
I think Lethal Company's like $10 or $15.
I think so. It's Lethal Company's cheap.
Yeah, but it also literally came out last October.
And it's in early access.
They're both in early access.
Well, yeah, they are both in early access.
Lethal Company's getting regular updates.
And I will say, on like Scarlet Hollow's like price tag, it is gorgeous. Okay, some of that like price, you're getting some gorgeous ass like artwork. And animation, too. Believe it or not, there's some animation in there.
Awesome.
And is pretty.
Well, we hope that you enjoy and check out, these games. At least, look up somebody playing one of them.
Yeah, please do.
And we'll see you next time.
Laters!